Hi everyone, this is Diana Pagano and I'm live in London where I've met some amazing people who came together from all over the world for one purpose, to expand their knowledge and make a real difference in the world. I had the honor of sitting down with some amazing women who are making things happen in their business today, and I'm bringing it all to you. Hello everyone, Diana Pagano here with beautiful Sapir from Israel. She has her own company with her husband, and basically she has a center, and her center is, they do workshops there, and it's called Learn How to Love Your Life.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just, that title alone, just it's inspiring to hear, to that they're out there for a good cause, just empowering others how to love your life. You know, how many people are living life right now and not really enjoying what they're doing? And you know, they never find their fulfillment, because no matter what they do, they're lacking something. And so for me, that's huge. And I was really inspired as I met her here in London, and I'm excited at the opportunity to just have a talk with you and talk a little bit about what you do. So tell us more. Tell us more about the person that signs up for your seminars. What can they expect?
Okay, so since we were kids, since we were a baby, our parents, our environment told us what we need to do in our life, how we need to practice, how we need to be. And basically what we are doing in our center is to helping people to love their life even more, okay? And people, when they start to control their brain, they start to control their own thoughts, to take the focus of their life the way they want, they achieve more goals, they become more happier. So we basically help with people with this issue. They come to our workshops and seminar. We have right now in Israel like more than 120,000 followers and students all over Israel.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people around all over the world who wants to be more happier.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wants to achieve their dreams, their goals. And that's what we do. We use NLP techniques.
That's awesome.
And like Kabbalah and Zen stuff, and help people with workshops and seminar to become the best version of themselves.
Of themselves. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I love that. So where could people follow you?
People can follow me on the Instagram, of course, and Facebook.
What's the name of your Instagram?
So my name, because I have an Israeli name, it's so difficult to pronounce it. My Israeli name is Sapir Zisman, but the meaning of Sapir is like the sapphire stone, blue stone.
Love that. Love that.
So
That's
if you
amazing.
will write like in the Instagram, on the Facebook, Sapir Zisman,
Sapir.
you can find me on the Instagram and in the Facebook and see
we'll
a lot
put
of
it-
content.
We'll put a link down here for you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what about the business Instagram? What's the name?
It's the same.
same
Sapir Zisman.
Okay.
There's a lot of videos over there, a lot of content, a lot of inspirations,
That's great.
good things.
You have such great energy. I love this. So tell me, what would you say, like, tell me about your journey. What brought you and your husband to doing the center? What inspires you? And what keeps you going every day?
Okay. So at first, I have like a business in the fashion industry.
Awesome.
When I finished the school in Israel, we have to go to the army like 2 years. And after that, when I was 20, I opened like a fashion industry business. And I felt like I'm not bringing my best version of myself. I designing all day, but I can do more, even more. Just when my father's husband, Itai, died basically from heart attack, suddenly, one day, I realized that death, it's like it's something that's going to come to every one of us.
Yes.
And it's a thought that can be make you depression. But if you take these thoughts and you understand that we only live here once, we're here once. And if we're not living the life we want, so why are we here?
Right.
And that was like my question all the time. Like, am I living the life I want? Am I doing am I the best version of myself? And that was the time I start my journey.
That's amazing.
I figure out about the NLP and how can I help people, how can I make more influence on the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you have an amazing business, very successful. And what I would say is, what would you tell somebody that wants to bring their business to that next level, or maybe is hesitating to, grow their business or get into a new business, or really get into invest in themselves more into maybe climbing that corporate ladder if that's what they want to do. What would you tell somebody right now listening in terms of what it is that is holding them back to maybe build that business, bring their business to that next level? What would your advice be to that? Or maybe she's a stay-at-home mom, not sure that she can make this happen for herself and having some doubt. Or somebody that wants to maybe climb that corporate ladder in their organization that they work at. What advice would you give somebody?
Look into my eyes and don't hesitate. You don't have time to hesitate because we only live once. And if we all the time like thinking like, can I do it? Can it for me? Can I do it? Blah, 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 blah.
Bunch of voices in your head.
Yeah, you're all the time like in your inner voice instead of living the life. And I know it can be scary, and I know, but you can hesitate all day till the end of your life. So if you will not like waking up right now,
right,
and start to ask yourself, what I want to do in my life? How can I take my dreams and make them bigger and bigger? We don't have time to hesitate. Like I have a tattoo here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's you can see it's alive because every morning when I wake up, I like take a look at this and I say, oh my God, I'm alive.
You're alive.
I can see it, basically.
Right. Yes.
And
yes.
there's a lot of
yes.
people that at night like died. So
Totally.
if we're here, why not having fun and like take our dreams and achieving them?
And bring
like,
that a reality. I
yeah.
always tell people, think about your 90-year-old self.
Yeah.
Literally close your eyes, think about your 90-year-old self and say, do you have any regrets?
Yeah.
Did you do everything you wanted to do? Did you live life like Sapir is saying to the fullest? Life is too short, man. Yeah. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
What is the worst that's going to happen to you? You're still going to be who you are. You're still going to have the family in your life, and I love that you said, make your dreams bigger. When you have to think bigger, bigger things will follow based on what you're putting out there.
Yeah. Because like we have a price for every decision we take in our lives. So if right now we stay at home and like looking at the famous people and say, why they can have it and I'm not,
right.
It's not a good thinking. Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Absolutely. What would you say is the one ingredient that has brought you the success that you're experiencing now? What is the
learning all the time?
Love that.
Like don't have ego. Like we don't know nothing. Like all the time learning what I need to learn to be over there.
Exactly.
And all the time pay the cost, put a lot of energy, do a lot and more and more and more and more actions, and more and more and more, and study and like
you have
do
to
the things. Yeah,
you have to invest in yourself, because
exactly.
the minute you stop investing in yourself, then you're either going to stay there and not be complacent or just die. And we're always growing, and you're always, it's always just great. One thing I saw Zig Ziglar, and I talk about this in some of my other content. He's 85 years old. I watched him on stage, and just to see that, to me, it's inspiring to see, whether you're 85 or 95, exercise that brain so you don't forget forget that memory. There's always something that you can do. And if anyone out there is like, oh, I've achieved so much success, I've taught people how to be successful, and I'm at the top of my game, there's nothing for me to learn, then I'd love to shake your hand, because you must be like not human. But there's always things that we could be investing in ourselves. And I love that you said that. So last takeaway, if I can, what would you say that you do when maybe times aren't always going to be, you're in the mood to go make things happen. Maybe you didn't sleep good. Maybe you get sick. I always tell people, you're never going to be a 10, 24/7, 365. Maybe you're a 7 and 8. Maybe you're a consistent 8 and 9. That's fantastic. But no one's a 10, 24/7, 365. I don't believe that exists. So what do you do when times do get tough? As sometimes they do.
Yeah.
And that's not the message. Is not that you can do anything happen, expand your mind, and nothing will go wrong, and you won't experience those bumps of doubts, of fear, of people telling you no. What do you do in a situation like that?
I think that the most important thing, as I said before, it's to learn how to control your own thoughts. Because as you said, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you have like a bad, negative feeling inside, and there's obstacles on the way.
Yep.
Things are not always working. No, not in the business industry, not in the self-improvement industry. But you need to know this is your own brain, so you need to control it. You need to know how to get up when there are things like obstacles and bad things happen, and they will happen, but you need to know how to wake up, and every time wake up faster.
Yes.
Like don't get like the bad energy to take all your energy away. You need to know how to control your brain.
How to control. And
Yeah.
these are all just built-up strategies, you guys. It's not like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you know, I woke up negative, so I'm going to stay in that. You will catch yourself, I promise you. Like, I'm sure we catch ourselves all the time. Oh, wait a second. I'm sure you're telling yourself, Sapir, stop it. Diana, knock that shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. Knock that off, because that's not going to serve you. If it's not serving you,
Yeah.
that's your answer to change your state. And you can change your state
Yeah.
in how many seconds?
How many? Heartbeat. You
I
can
love that. High
change it.
five. Exactly.
you.
So as long as you know the power behind that, when Safir is talking about, you know, you have to just know how to change your brain, all that. It's not whether you can or if you can. It's that you can and when you can. And
Yeah.
when you do, you will experience that change. So sometimes it feels good to vent and just to get it out, but get over it.
Yeah.
And move on, because it's almost like changing the channel. If you're not going to change the channel, you're going to stay in the rut, and there's nobody's fault, not your neighbor's fault, not your significant other's fault, not your boss's fault or your customer's fault, but you. But you can control it. You have a choice, and I think that's a big one, knowing that you have a choice.
Yeah.
To stay negative. How many times have people, I'm sure you've met people, and even ourselves, when you wake up in the morning and, you know, I don't know, maybe something goes wrong and you break your heel, or you get a flat tire, and you're like, man, everything's going wrong. And if you don't change your state the rest of your day, I promise you,
Yeah.
you've noticed this, I know you have, and the rest of your day goes wrong. You get one phone call after another, bad news, and something, your experience just happens.
And
but
then
if you
we
just
we
Yeah.
influence other people with
You
this
influence-
bad energy.
Exactly. And when you brush it off, all of a sudden you're opening a window for opportunities to happen.
Yeah.
And I love that you said that you infect other people, whether it's a coworker that you're working with, whether she's negative or whatever, or maybe positive. I mean, we all have the power to really
influence.
influence others. You know, you don't have to be this master coach or a trainer. You don't have to have it all figured out. Even if you're confused, you're influencing people right now as it stands, whether it's in a negative way or a positive way. So pay attention to what you're doing and how you can also impact others.
Yeah.
Bring-
You can just smile.
Yes.
If you will smile to other people, it's like influence them in a bit. They like smile to you.
Right. How many times do you see someone that's just kind of grumpy and they're walking down the aisle and I'm like, good morning. All of a sudden they're forced to be like, good morning.
Yeah.
Unless they're totally wired to be this way, then it's like, okay. But definitely one of the things that we've learned at this conference is that, you know, we need to bring more hope to people.
Yeah.
Even if just a smile, how you doing? It can get better. It will get better, and instill hope in others. So what are you doing? My challenge to you is, what are you doing to impact other people and influence them? And are you influencing them the right way? And I think it starts with you being influenced first before you can influence other people, be it a customer, be it your children, whoever. And so amazing things are coming up, and I'm really excited to have a next episode of my YouTube channel.
You're amazing.
Thank you so
very
much for your time.
Wow.